Imagine, if you will, a bustling city filled with hard-working citizens, carrying out their respective tasks to keep the city functioning smoothly. Now shrink this city down, down, down until it's so small that it's visible only under a microscope. Welcome to a cell, the basic building block of all life as we know it. From microscopic bacteria to gigantic elephants and towering trees, cells form the foundation of life's structure and function. You'll find organisms like bacteria as small as a single cell, while more complex beings like us humans or your pet cat are intricate tapestries woven from countless varieties of cells. Typically, these minute powerhouses of life, whether in a plant or animal, lie somewhere between 1 and 100 micrometers, which is why we need a microscope to take a peek into their secret world. Our story takes us back to the year 1665, where English scientist Robert Hooke stands before a primitive microscope of his own invention. His subject of study was a thin slice of cork. As Hooke peered into his device, he saw a pattern of tiny box-like structures. He decided to call these miniature compartments cells. Fast forward a few years to 1673, and Dutch scientist Anton van Leeuwenhoek is making his own microscopic discoveries. He managed to get up close and personal with single-celled organisms, observing them in remarkable detail. Among the things he discovered were bacteria and paramecia, both incredibly tiny but packed full of life. By the 19th century, advancements in microscope technology had given scientists a clearer window into the cellular world. It was during this time that a pair of German scientists named Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann began to formulate an important idea, the cell theory. After combining their research, they reached a groundbreaking conclusion. All living things are composed of cells. Around 15 years after their discovery, another German scientist, Rudolf Virchow, made an intriguing proposition. He claimed that cells didn't just spontaneously appear out of thin air, as people had previously assumed. Instead, Virchow argued that each new cell was born from an existing one, a breakthrough that combined with other histologists, scientists who study cells. Findings led to the formulation of the widely recognized cell theory. Here's what the cell theory tells us. Every living being is composed of one or more cells. Cells serve as the basic units of life. All cells are born from pre-existing cells. Delving deeper into cellular biology, we find that cells are classified into two main types, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes were the early birds of life on Earth, for billions of years being the lone cellular inhabitants. These cells are individualistic, capable of surviving independently without a defined nucleus. Bacteria and pond scum are some representatives of the prokaryotic family. Eukaryotes, on the other hand, are a more advanced cellular model, housing a true nucleus within a protective membrane. Like the mayor's office in our city analogy, the nucleus is the cell's command center, orchestrating all cellular activities. Unlike their prokaryotic cousins, eukaryotes usually form multicellular organisms, like the plants in your garden or the animals at the zoo. Here is an overview of the differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Don't worry about the names for each part of the cell, they will be covered in future videos. Although plant and animal cells share many characteristics, there are crucial differences between them. One of the most significant is that while animal cells rely on consuming food for energy, plant cells are capable of producing their own. They use a process known as photosynthesis, which harnesses sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create energy-packed sugars and starches, along with oxygen and water.